I've always been a Cadillac person ever since I was in the back seat of my great aunt's 1978 Sedan DeVille Cadillac, being able to see the hood ornament which looked like it was about 50 feet away in front of the car. And ever since then I said I'm always going to own one, and I've always owned one ever since then. Even my first car was an 81 Coupe DeVille.
Over the years, Randy Greenberg of Oxford, Connecticut, has owned roughly 10 Cadillacs. He currently has about 5. What's their appeal?
Just the fact they're luxury and that they're stylish, and that's just something always, and just how quiet they are, how comfortable they are. It just really, I got hooked on it.
In his collection is a rare, hand-built, high-end 1958 Cadillac Eldorado Brougham that costs more than the price of an average house at the time.
The MSRP was $13,074, and it cost GM about $23,000 to make one of these. So every time they actually made one of these, they lost $10,000.
How many did they make, and how rare is this one?
Between 57 and 58, they made a total of 704 copies, 457, 304, and 58. And I would say probably about, it's hard to tell how many are in existence, but somewhere around 60% of them are still around.
Powered by a 365 cubic inch, 325 horsepower V8 engine, the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham had every feature imaginable. Most eye-catching is its brushed stainless steel roof.
You don't really see many with a stainless steel roof. You'll see vinyl roofs on cars, but you typically don't see in a classic car a stainless roof. This is actually a brushed stainless steel, and it's integral to the car itself, and it's got a fine pattern to it, and it is made as part of the car. On newer cars, when they actually did put stainless steel, like in the mid-80s Eldorados, that was actually a shell that went on top of the car. This is structural to the car. This is welded into the car.
Also noticeable are the suicide doors.
It came with suicide doors, doors that actually angled up as they opened up so that you wouldn't hit the curb when opening the car doors. If they were just level opening like a lot of other doors, they would actually hit the curb, so they thought of that and they included that.
Being a late 1950s model, the Cadillac, of course, has huge tail fins. It's the luxury elements that add to the price. Power windows and seats, auto-dimming headlights, transistorized radio, air ride suspension, air conditioning, seat heaters, aluminum alloy wheels, and an auto-opening hood.
Also has an auto start feature that if for some reason you were driving and it stalled, you could put the shifter in neutral. Don't need to turn the key, and the car will actually attempt to restart again.
And all of these features were standard equipment.
They actually had no options other than the paint color and the interior color. It was, you got everything. This particular car behind me is actually only one of 10 in this color called Maharani Maroon.
There is one other accessory that is downright eye-popping.
And one of the most unique things is what they call the vanity set, which over time typically got lost. The vanity set included magnetic shot glasses, 6 of them, a cigarette case, a plastic cigarette case, a tissue dispenser inside the glove box, a 1-ounce sample of perfume. Also came with a ladies compact which had lipstick, makeup in it, as well as a comb and a mirror. And then in the back, they actually had a little notebook with a special cross pencil, not the typical cross pencil you would get, but a special one, along with a beveled mirror.
Greenberg has owned the Cadillac Eldorado Brougham for 4 years, and he does drive it.
I do drive it. I probably put on between 500 and 1,000 miles a year. I go to a lot of car shows. I typically won't go to the supermarket with it because I don't want to have carts rolling into it when I'm not there.
And it drives like one might expect.
It feels like a 50s car. You do not go 60 around the corner with this particular car. Even though it was the sportier, it actually came with speed-rated tires back in the day. It still is a car that you still want to be careful on today's roads and with today's drivers.
That's right, Connecticut. I'm Bud Wilkinson.